I'm gonna be that old woman at the pool party requesting with my paper business card, like, please play Scar Tissue by Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're like, I don't know what you're talking about, Grandma. Go put the VR headset back on. My name's Meg, that's Noodle, and today we're designing business cards for my favorite songs. Now let's make some stuff. It's that time of the night where I absolutely must hear my favorite song or my heart will simply shrivel up and die right before my very eyes. But how is a DJ gonna hear me if I'm in the middle of the pit dancing the night away? Well, I've got a solution for you. DJ business cards. Today we're using Photoshop to design some business cards for my favorite songs because I thought it'd be fun. What I'll do is I'll put my liked songs from Spotify on shuffle, and I'll do that a couple times, pick those random songs. We'll just design something fun and we'll learn along the way. So let's first select our songs that will inspire our business cards. We'll head over to my Spotify liked songs. Not bad, okay? This is great. The last song that I want to pick personally was based on my outfit would be... So we have Scar Tissue by the Red Hot Chili Peppers as our first song. And then our second song will be Carousel by Melanie Martinez. And our third and final song will be Hollaback Girl by Gwen Stefani. I'm gonna listen to each of the songs before each of the design sprints. So give me a sec to just listen to Scar Tissue by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Now I can kind of hold that in my brain while we head over to Photoshop. 15 minutes on the clock. If I think of Red Hot Chili Peppers, I think of their big, bold font. So first, I guess, let's just get our information down on the page. Before we do any sort of styling, we need to put some text down. Scar Tissue, whoops. Red Hot Chili Peppers. See their big, kind of bold, chunky font. I'm gonna be that old woman at the pool party requesting with my paper business card, like, please play Scar Tissue by Red Hot Chili Peppers. They're like, I don't know what you're talking about, Grandma. Go put the VR headset back on. We have Scar Tissue, Red Hot Chili Peppers, the album it's on. Look at us go. I really like this weird lava pool. I mean, I'm not gonna take the album art because I feel like that's a little bit cheating, is just to take the album art, make a big old rectangle and make it red and just see what happens. Because we're gonna make our own lava or something. And that is alarming. That is truly alarming. The reason it looks so alarming is because it's black on red. But when we do white on red, it's kind of also alarming. So what if we did a red, but then we did a darker red? Here, see, we got like an off black that is much less alarming. See, we love that. Using not pure blacks and pure whites will actually really elevate a design and make it feel much more intentional versus just default stop sign red and white text combo. Also, something I noticed, they love the all caps. What I love about the lava pool is when I'm listening to Scar Tissue, I kept kind of like swaying, like, it's like, woo, like, I don't know how to, that's very helpful visually, but it's kind of wavy. It reminded me of when you see really hot pavement and things look a little bit wobbly over it. So maybe that would be something to do. That's kind of fun. California. Also, this is not just California. And we're gonna make that even smaller. But then I make that rectangle the text color that we just found. All right, so what we did over here in the left is we changed our primary and secondary colors from white and black to kind of a bright red and a dark red, and just see what the filter gallery is all about. And then you can see that it creates these cool textures. Okay, some of these are not it, but some of them look kind of cool. Like this one I really like. Oh, whoa, oh wait. I think I like the reticulation effect. I'm gonna do that. Ooh, see, that's kind of fun. And then what if this text, we made it look embossed, debossed? I think embossed, or it looks like kind of like imprinted in. So let's add an inner shadow to this text and see what's up. Eyedropper of this red color, wavy. How do I like make it wavy? Liquify? Sure. Oh, yes. So here we go. We can like make our own sort of wave. So let's do a time check first of all. So we have 4 minutes left. Kind of dragging it and making the text appear wavy, too wavy. I'm like, or does that just look like fucked up font? I don't know. We're gonna see. On top at 100%. What I was thinking is if we make it bigger and then less And then maybe we do it again, but then we do like a different color. What if we color overlay and do like a yellow? Ooh, yeah. I kind of like this blue color. And then we'll put the original text on top. We have 1 minute left. We'll just do that. That would need to be bigger. I think that this texture could be, oh! All right. So this is like really fucking weird looking. I don't know like what I expected out of like 15-minute random song cards, but this wasn't it. But you know what? It would probably get the job done. So we have Scar Tissue by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Song number 1, we're done. On to song number 2. It's a very bouncy song, lots of drama with the bass and the drums and ding, ding, ding of, it must be like a triangle or something. Let's make a design for Carousel by Melanie Martinez. 15 minutes on the clock, let's go. We're gonna just first put Carousel. Ooh, wow, that's really big. Melanie Martinez. I think we could make this probably a little bit smaller. Maybe put it on 1 line. Like, I think it should be kind of whimsical and almost fairy tale-esque, but like creepy fairy tale, which I'm really into. Like creepy Carousel, but in like a cool creepy Carousel kind of way. So let's go for that. I think I want to make the background off-white, vintagey, creepy, spooky vibe. So let's go to like a warmish off-white, warmish yellowish. There we go. So it's almost, yeah, like a cream color. So we got a cream color. Already loving that. I'm gonna put that all the way in the back. Let's take what we should do with her name. I cannot stand Photoshop. If anyone is listening at Photoshop, please listen right now. Why cover the thing that I'm trying to look at with another text box saying like, oh, make this easier, like let's use this. This is not easier. How is this easier? I can't see shit. I can't see fucking anything behind this stupid ass box that no matter what I do, you're trying to make me use, and it's so annoying. It's especially annoying when it's trying to get me to do AI shit that I did not ask for. It's so annoying. Half my fucking life is spent moving this goddamn box out of the way. Now that I've recentered myself and moved this fucking box out of the way, we can finally start to look at different fonts. And I'm thinking something script, chiller font. Ooh, this is like, when creepy goes too far, it looks too Halloween store clearance aisle spooky. Kind of like that. What if it was like a blue pen looking sort of deal? We need to make this a little less American. So we'll just make this, ooh, I kind of like the brown. And it kind of goes with that vintage feel. Ooh, see, but now I have an even better idea. So my favorite font of all time, Cooper Black, here it is in an old glory. Look back at her really incredible album art here for Cry Baby, her album. It is playful in the way that it has these balloons, and it almost reminds me of like children's toys. It's talking about being at a carousel as like a little kid. So what if we use primary colors here? So we'll actually go back to this red, but then make this like a blue, yellow, and then I guess we'll just repeat this. At first I was like, oh yeah, this is serving. And then all I see is C-O-E Melanie Martinez, because it's all in red and that doesn't make any sense. Maybe this needs to be this, but darker. Maybe we could add like a little whoosh underneath, like a little whoosh dividing line. I have some dry media brushes here, so I'll do that and just do this. Okay, I actually kind of like this. Let's add like a texture, because we still have like 5 whole minutes. Maybe like a pavement texture, like a playground pavement texture would be kind of interesting. Ooh, this one's even better. It's kind of like spackly looking. Open this image, we're gonna copy it, we're gonna paste it, and look how terrible that looks. But we're gonna put it all the way at the top, cover everything, and then see what's up. See, I kind of like it less so over the text. So maybe I duplicate it and then I just make it a little bit less. I have here a drop shadow and I'm putting that under the word carousel. Kind of playing with it to see if I really like it, or if I don't. I kind of like it just very subtly. And then Melanie Martinez. I just doubled that up because I wanted that to be darker. Okay, this is more of an obscure song that maybe the DJ wouldn't know. And so what if we add a little play this next? Or no, we'll make that the like cream color. Perfect. Rectangle over the whole thing. And then, see, that's kind of dramatic and fun. Thumbs up. In hindsight, probably not the best to use script for really any of this because it might just make it harder for them to read and then less likely for them to actually play your favorite song, but it looked cool, so we went with it. And now we are on to our last and final business card of the day. 15 minutes on the clock. I am totally disregarding the album art because I just don't know what to do with that. So we're gonna just not look at that at all. And we're just gonna go right into Photoshop. Hollaback girl. A hollaback girl is a girl who responds only with these verbal insults without ever actually taking it to the next level and kicking some ass. Means business. So let's get to business. Make that a little bit bigger. This. Gwen Stefani. Got it. The song is very cheerleader-esque, which is partially why I love it, because I was a cheerleader in my first life. Love the beat to it. It reminds me how to spell the word bananas. Make this text a little, well, make it not all caps and make it a little bit smaller. I really like how it has the echoes, like holla back girl, holla back girl, holla back, you know, it keeps kind of echoing back and forth. So I think there'll be something here with duplicating the text a little bit and using that as some sort of texture. So I'm a little sad I already used Cooper Black because it's my favorite font and this was my favorite song, but I wasn't thinking that far ahead, so we're gonna do something else. What else? Gill Sans. Oh, look at that chunky font. Oh, I'm loving that. Okay, and then I guess we can make this Gill Sans too, but it doesn't need to be that heavy. So Gill Sans. Ooh, that's fun. A condensed bold. Love that. So big contrast here. And then we can make that a little bit bigger. Obviously inspired by bananas, we'll make this a yellow business card. Ooh, that is a muddy yellow. So let's go in here and make it a little bit brighter, a little bit more yellow. There we go. Put that all the way in the back. And so now I'm getting McDonald's vibes. So to get away from the McDonald's brand universe, we need to separate the red and the yellow. So a nice banana brown would be delightful here. Go into like a red, and then bring up the brightness a little bit, saturation more. So this is like a really deep red actually, but it reads as brown on this yellow background. Loving this color. And so I'm gonna just take that and copy it here for Gwen Stefani. This looks like a banana and I love it. Okay, so I said I wanted to do duplicates, but instead of just having like hollaback girl, hollaback girl, hollaback girl, what I think I'm gonna do is make this yellow and then add a stroke to it. So we're gonna make a really thin outline and make it our dark maroon brown color. Just keep multiplying and see where this takes us. Girl. And then I think what I'll do so that the artist or the DJ knows that it's not hollaback girl, even though if they don't know this canon lore to our culture, do they deserve to be a DJ? And we'll do the same thing where we make it yellow, do a stroke. Ooh, I love it. This is so fun. How much time do we have left? We have 5 minutes and 55 seconds and I'm like, we're done. But no, I'm still gonna keep thinking there is something that we could do to make this even better. Ooh, but you know what I should do is make it look like a banana. So what we can do is go find banana illustration. I am so uninspired by all these bananas. I don't know. Maybe this was a bad idea. Okay, we've got our bananas. Ooh, you know what? We'll do this. That's okay. Soft light. And then if we're gonna flip these bananas, flip horizontally. Kind of liked it better without the bananas. What if we put B-A-N-A-N-A-S? Oh, you know what? I'll put little dashes in between. We're gonna move our hollaback girl up, move Gwen Stefani's up. Get all of our Gwen Stefani's and move them on up. Oh, we are done. Okay, here we are with our 3 designed business cards for our DJ to play our favorite tunes. And they're really something, I will say. I don't know what else makes them a business card other than the fact that they're just business card size. I wouldn't say that these necessarily work well as business cards because there's no way to really contact anyone from them, but it really gets your message across. So I guess these could be postcards or business cards, but I think just the size makes more sense for a business card. We got kind of caught up in the trying to create the lava pool aesthetic, and I won't say that it is terrible, but it doesn't look great. It was an interesting exploration inspiration, but I just think 15 minutes wasn't enough time to really make that idea look as cool as it probably could be. But that's what we're here to do, is just figure stuff out and make some stuff. And then next we have the Melanie Martinez one, which I think we got the idea of the drama and the bouncy sort of primary colors that we would get on a carousel, and also and then the last one, which was my personal favorite. I think by that time we hit our stride around what we really wanted to include on the business card, and also I already had the idea of a banana, clearly. So the colors just came a lot more naturally, whereas I think the other two, I wasn't too sure what to do with the colors at all. I don't know about you, but I think we made something really special here, and it was really fun to just find inspiration in the random things in our lives that we already liked. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Subscribe to the channel for more design videos like this, and when we're back, we'll continue to find inspiration in the unexpected. Until next time, bye!